We are just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Velus Jones now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Drive begins with a carry by Davis Price.
They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield and get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Second down, here's Davis Price. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down.
Here we go.
Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
To throw is Fields. And it's incomplete. It would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Play number 9 now in this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down.
Going for it, here's Davis Price. And they snap him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And his kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first.
Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that, because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff in field position and took the ball, moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And shoves him off at the 20.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The drive will start with an option going left. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ready. Throwing now is Lance. Man open downfield. It's Metcalf. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
DK Metcalf.
His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Seahawks have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not all now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
On 2nd down, here's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. Down the left sideline. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Davis Price up the middle.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown Bears.
10 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Bears are able to move back in front.
And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
The point after, good by Groupie.
And the lead is now 10-7. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
Woolen will return it from the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks. Now the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there.
And it's 3rd and 5.
When you talk about the Seahawk defense,
They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. No-fly zones and things of that nature. There's been a bunch of them in last week's game.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Back deep, Rick Woolen.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Ready. Green Jack. 22 needle. Ready.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Lance's throw into the hands of Fan.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Trey Lance, 48 yards. And the Seahawks are able to widen their advantage.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, field throw there, hauled in by Claypool.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On the option right is Fields.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now here's a throw. It's complete. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And that is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and And then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
The Seahawks at 8-1 on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Now Lance. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Back to throw. Fields. Able to hit his target, Claypool.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people out.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Davis Price will try to pick it up.
And running with power here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
He's going to look deep for more. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play there just before halftime. 52 yards.
He's already got 1 touchdown this first half already. That very nearly was a 2nd. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Davis Price is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Robert Tonyan as the first half is winding down. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Woolen will return it from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
On the 15-yard line.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Ready?
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
Woolen will return it from the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start...
There he goes, left side!
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 62 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Yellow, blue. Black, ultra. 6, 7. Ready.
To throw, it's Lance. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 37. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Got it.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Blaster, 6.
Here's Lance. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here's Lance to throw it.
They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up second and 4 at the Bears 11-yard line.
Ready, ready. 52 blaster. Set, cut.
A give for Walker running right.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Ready.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Touchdown, Seahawks! Noah Fant from a yard out.
And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle, a 2nd and 10 now.
Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
Looking deep here for Mooney.
And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Fielded just inside the 30. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Red, yellow. Set, go.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. They'll find Metcalf.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Right, white.
On first down, Lance.
Left side complete to Lockett. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Right, 97. Yellow. Ready?
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Flush to his right.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Now Lance again. Throw out wide to Walker.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
Here we go.
Brings up second and goal at the 10-yard line.
Set.
On second down, it's Walker.
And he is in for the Seahawks touchdown.
Kenneth Walker with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and is showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found to cut. And he's dropped at the 18.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. First down, and they go right back to Davis Price.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Herbert powering up the middle. And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Partner, those are back-to-back 6-yard runs, and if they're going to continue to get those types of plays, shoot, you just keep running the same stuff, don't you?
Yeah, it was 1st and 10, then 2nd and 4. Now 1st and 10 again.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, They don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Here's Fields.
He's got a man complete. A huge play there for Chicago. 42 yards.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Herbert.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
At the Seahawks 17-yard line.
Now Fields.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here we go.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4.
Madden. West right fit. Right.
Now it's Fields.
And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
4th down. Fields has to have this one. He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown, Bears.
Chase Claypool from 17 yards out. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Groupie able to add the PAT.
And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Bears 24.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
To return, Reek Woolen. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready, break.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Watch out now. 50 series.
10 at the 42-yard line.
And now they'll throw with Lance. Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Down.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Ready?
Here's Walker.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker.
With his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game.
And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Look at the big man rumble. Room past the 35.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
19 yards there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. Completion here to Claypool.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Ready, set.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is going to be intercepted.
On his horse.
And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now...
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season.